going on YouTube? So I haven't made a video in probably over a year, in all honesty. But I just got bowed up with so many different things, and I haven't really been pursuing the YouTube thing a whole lot. But it is June 7th. To update everyone, it is definitely June 7th. It's been, I think my last video is like April, like a year ago. But we've been living out here for about a year now. Living in the fifth wheel for about 2. And we have been just keeping our heads down, pushing along. You can see a lot has changed since the last video. Namely, we have started on the house. It has been a long, drawn-out process. Talking about building a house and doing all this stuff. It's like, now that we're into it, we're almost done with it. It's like I almost would recommend just buying a house that's already built, because there's a lot of shit that goes into this. But anyways, so I've been doing little updates for my friends and family on Facebook, but I figured I would throw a longer one up on YouTube. I'll carry it over there. I'll share it on Facebook too. But we can kind of capture everything that we got going on a little bit better with a longer YouTube video. So yeah, the property looks totally different than it did 2 years ago, really. It's been a constant battle with the pasture, and we don't really have the proper equipment to be mowing all this. But we're slowly making progress. We're slowly getting good grass out there. And we are also halfway through the house. So we had Lily Construction out of Livingston, Texas, build our home. 1,600 square feet, which it's a tiny home, considering the fact that we're doing all this. Bought the property, you'd think it'd be a bigger house, but I know our living requirement and kind of our lifestyle. I travel a lot for work, and I didn't want something too big. Eventually kids will grow up, move out. So 1,600 square feet is pretty much perfect for a family of 4 for right now. So we were originally going to go with a barndominium, but because of the cost, post-COVID, everything started kind of coming down slowly, and it got to the point where barndominium build was about $8 a square foot more than a traditional home. So anyways, long story short, we are about 5 or 6 weeks in to the actual home build. They came out, they did a little dirt work out here. Wasn't too bad. The ground was we had a little slope running from the back of the property, kind of diagonally across. But they came out, I think it was like 25 truckloads of dirt, clay they put in here. And then they did the slab. That was like another 10 days of curing for the slab. And another week and a half to frame everything out. And that's including the board and battens, the exterior of the house, They did the roof in a day. So they're moving as expected. When we started this build, we were told it was going to be roughly about 5 months, which it might be by the time we're moved in. But they're moving so fast that I really don't think that's going to be the case. Weather's been pretty good. We've had a little rain, but nothing crazy to where it slowed us or stopped construction. They got the roof on there now, so pretty much everything on the interior, these guys can keep pushing along. This weekend, I think we're like two weeks past Memorial Day. These guys came out, and electricians and plumbers have been working. I mean, they worked Saturday, they worked half a day Sunday, just nonstop. And over the weekend, they got the well and septic tied in, buried. We have running water now. And the past 2 days, they went through and they started doing the spray foam, which is pretty incredible. I've never lived in a home that's had spray foam before, but going through the house now, I was in here a couple days ago and there's no spray foam. Super hot. It's like, 87 down here right now, plus humidity around the Houston area. Yeah, I mean, it's just incredible. But you walk in here and there's a noticeable difference in the temperature. And mind you, I don't have a front door yet. I don't have no AC yet. There's no fans in here. And I don't have a back window either. So there's no wind, pushing through the house. It is just that much cooler because of the spray foam. So that is really awesome. That was one of my concerns when we were doing the initial meetings about building the house, what we wanted. My biggest concern was being able to keep the place cool, because in the fifth wheel, the AC runs nonstop. When you get in the heat of the summer, it is doing everything it can, and we've got 2 ACs. It's doing everything it can to keep up with the heat, just to keep the camper cool. So yeah, it's going pretty good. I think they'll finish sooner than expected. That's what I personally believe. I'm standing on the front porch right now, I guess, for the little tour. We got I can't remember how wide. I think we're at like 8 foot wide, 6 foot wide front porch here. We went with the cedar posts. It's really, I built this house. I wanted this place for the wife and kids. I'm gonna have to travel so much to pay for it. I'm probably hardly gonna be here, but it is definitely a nice place to come back to. The evenings out here, you can't beat it. It's weird. We've had so many people out here as far as like doing the driveway and septic, and they work all day, and it gets to the evening and they're like, man, you wouldn't believe it, but the evenings out here, it's like absolutely gorgeous. And it's not something that you see advertised, not rolling hills or nothing like that, but the sunsets and the big sky out here, it's pretty mind-boggling. So we're on the side of the house now. Board and batting all the way around. They'll still come out and once they get the interior done, there'll still be final grading. I think our home package comes with, I want to say it's like 20 pallets of sod, something like that. It's a lot of sod either way. And now you're looking at the back porch, which this was originally, I had wanted a full length back porch, but with the additional, obviously concrete coming all the way to the end of the house, it got a little pricey. And with interest rates and everything, by the time it was all said and done, I was like, man, I'm just better off. If I want it longer, I'll just add on later. It's not a big deal. But it's a big, even the way it is now, it's a pretty big back porch. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this update. The next thing in the process will be, they are going to do the inspection. It's like the first inspection on the house. They'll walk through, pretty much make sure everything's going the way it's supposed to. And then we'll have duct work, and they will just keep pushing. They'll start laying the floors out and putting drywall, all that stuff. So yeah, we will keep everybody posted, and it's gonna be pretty badass here once they get it all done. Going through the full course, going from home to home, rebuilding a whole new property, doing pretty much all the work ourselves minus the house. So hopefully it's everything that everybody expects.